You'll win somehow, so give up on the battle, baby. It's hard, I know.
Hey, what's up guys? Figured we'd change up the scenery a little bit. We're always down there in the kitchen, so I brought you upstairs. I know this wall is so much different than the walls down there, but I'm trying. There's only so many places we can go, you know? But a few of you have been asking, what's going on with the bulk? I made that video, I asked for your guys' feedback, and then you never heard anything else about it. Well, what happened was I got your feedback. It was obvious that you guys thought that I should bulk, so I kind of just ran with it and never took a step back and said, hey, this is what I'm actually doing. So I am in a caloric surplus, and I figured I'd just take a few minutes here to kind of explain my approach and my thoughts on this first bulk. So my macros are going to be a little bit surprising to some of you because I know what a lot of you are thinking that they're going to be.
Talking about Lucy trips.
So we're not going to go all out every single day. It's not going to be a real dirty bulk. Although you know I'm always going to have those days where I don't track anything. I just go enjoy my life, which is fine. But on the majority of days, what I'm going to aim for is 220 grams of protein, 450 grams of carbs, and 80 grams of fat. I'm never going to hit them spot on, or I probably won't at least, but I will work within ranges. So maybe within 5 to 10 grams of fat, 10 to 20 on protein and carbs. So just to get close enough, you know, and for weight gain, I don't know, maybe like a pound or two a month. I know a lot of people like to go by a pound a week, but when you think about that in the long term, if I put on a pound a week, I'll put on 50 pounds in a year, which, come on, I can't put on 50 pounds. That's crazy. That would be too much fat. It wouldn't be reasonable in my opinion. So what I'll aim towards is like probably like the 190-ish range. I'm sitting at 180 pounds right now, which is a pretty comfortable weight for me. So I don't think I've ever actually hit 190. I think the highest I've ever been is 187 pounds. And I kind of started this whole process, I guess, at around, so I started like, you know, 176.5, but that was a really light weigh-in. So I would say I was closer to like 179. So now like 3 weeks in, I'm about 180, which is a good pace for me. So in terms of supplements, this is going to be probably the least interesting part. I mean, there are supplements out there that I think would be useful that I just don't use because I'm too cheap. Branched chain amino acids. I find the value in that they are just flavorful, so they help you get in more water, and they might have some benefits in terms of protein synthesis. I don't know, but for the cost, just not in my budget right now. Beta alanine is another one that I won't use. I think is beneficial. Citrulline malate, kind of the same story. So the ones that I'm going to be using, obviously, protein powder, which I don't really even consider that a supplement, more of a food, but you guys know what brands that I love. MTS, and right now this PES is just on point, and I also will use my Dimetized Elite XT, have a little bit of my protein stuff I still have to use up. The other one that I've never really covered with you guys is creatine monohydrate. So I got this for free actually when I ordered a bunch of stuff off Vitacost. It was some Dimetized protein powders, they threw in the free Dimetized creatine. And I just stopped taking it because I just kept forgetting, and then after a while, you know, it just doesn't go in your body. So I have most of this left, and when I did start taking it, I noticed like right away I would gain like 2 pounds. So if you see my weight go from like 180 to 182 when I start taking that, probably tomorrow I'll probably start, why not? And that is probably just my body holding a bunch of water because of the creatine. And other than that, that's probably, as of now, those will be the only supplements that I will be using. So we've done supplements, macros, training. You guys know I'm still in that PRS program. I wouldn't recommend changing your program just because you're bulking or cutting. I think that you should use the same program based on your goals. So if your goals are hypertrophy, getting bigger muscles, then kind of adapt your program towards that. Mine is gaining strength, so I will be on a more powerlifting style program for now. So that's kind of the gist of this bulk. If you guys have any questions, let me know. This will be the first time I've ever done it, so I'm excited to document it for you guys. Hopefully some of this will be value added to you. And that's about it for now. So in terms of the actual foods I've been eating, they have not changed at all. I'm still eating the exact same food. Still have oatmeal every single day for breakfast. My lunch is pretty much the same. So throughout the day, nothing has changed at all. And then for dinner, I'm still eating the same big bowl of vegetables. I still have pretty much the same meats. For a carb source, I'll have potatoes, rice, pasta, something like that. But then I'll just add to the volume. I'll just add maybe 3 servings of rice instead of 2, or maybe I'll have 3 sausage links instead of 2, something like that, you know. So really, I mean, the actual food choices are going to remain the same just because that's what I enjoy, mostly whole foods. And I get so many questions on how you set up your macros. I know that there's a lot of videos out there, there's a lot of online calculators, and I don't trust any of them. So every time someone asks me, what I recommend that they do is find a baseline. So you can use a calculator to kind of get a rough estimate, and then track your food for the week, see what your weight does. If it goes up and that's what you want, keep doing it. If you want your weight to go down, then decrease the amount of food that you're eating, and just play around, because no one knows your body like you do. So you kind of just have to figure it out for yourself. It's nothing that anyone can tell you, unless, you know, I don't even know, like a macro coach, what can they tell you that you can't tell yourself? Obviously they're going to be more experienced at it, so they'll figure it out a lot faster than you, and probably it'll be a lot more efficient. But at the end of the day, guys, it is your own body. You can figure it out. You can do it. It is not rocket science, I promise you. So when people ask me how I did it, that is exactly what I tell them. And it's not like some complicated equation. And think about it like this. Your energy expenditure is going to be different every single day. It's going to be pretty similar, especially if you're like me and you work an office job. You do kind of the same things day in and day out. But don't overcomplicate it. Just do a little bit of trial and error, and you will get there. The one thing I have noticed is that I'm not as hungry all the time, which is kind of nice. I mean, I still have my appetite. I'm always gonna be hungry the majority of the day, but it's just not as bad as it used to be. So maybe the excess of calories will do me some good here. And I've also been eating a lot of Apple Jacks. I don't know why, it's just Apple Jacks have been sounding good lately. So I've been eating a lot of boxes of those. Thought you guys would just like to know that. So if I did not cover anything in this video that you would like to know, please let me know in the comments. If I get enough comments, I'll just do it. I'll address it in a video. But of course, I will always respond to you guys. So that's going to be the end of this video. Thank you for taking the time out of your day to watch. It really does mean a lot to me. Please like the video if you enjoyed it or if you learned anything. I'd really appreciate that. And I'll talk to you guys next time.